Students, we shall see today how to frame equation with one variable and equation with two variables. It is always seen that students know how to solve the equations, but at times framing the equation they find it a bit difficult. What I shall do is, from my side, tell you some important techniques and ways whereby which it becomes very easy to frame equation with one variable as well as two variables. Let me give you a simple example. Stating that Sita is elder than Geeta by 2 years. Sita is elder than Geeta by 2 years. Now if I ask you students, then tell me what's the present age of Sita and Geeta. Are you in a position to tell me? I think so most of them will. Somebody will say let 1 be x, another be x minus 2, and somebody will say 1 be x, another be x plus 2. I have a very simple way to tell you. I, from my side, always would like to find out an independent character. I reiterate myself, I would like to find out an independent character, and then always assume the independent character as x. Now there are two questions. First is how to find out independent character. The answer is again very simple from the logical sense. When I say Sita is elder than Geeta by 2 years, so it's very clearly being said Sita is elder than Geeta. So if I know Geeta's present age, then adding 2 to it will give me Sita's present age. That means Sita is totally dependent on Geeta. So in my case over here, Geeta is an independent character. So that's the first way to identify that with a conceptual sense, that who is an independent character. Over here, Geeta is an independent character. As I stated, there are two ways. One is a concept which I made you understand. The second is a bit logical. Most of the time this is going to work out. Not every time. Let me tell you, not every time it's going to work out, but most of the time it works out that always the parameter over here. When I say parameter, there are two parameters over here. One being Sita, other being Geeta. One being Sita and other being Geeta. Then in logical sense, as I said, most of the time this works out. What, sir? Always the parameter which comes after the word then. Always the parameter which comes after the word then is always an independent parameter. This happens most of the time, and students find it very, very easy that after then whatsoever is the parameter, that will be taken as independent. As in my technique, as I stated, that whatsoever is the independent parameter, you take it as x. So over here, if I have to solve it, I shall say let the present age of Geeta be x years. Therefore, the present age of Sita is going to be x plus 2 years. Why we say x plus 2 years? Because she is elder. If she were to be younger, then we would have written x minus 2 years. If the question would have been Sita is younger than Geeta, I would have written x minus 2 years. So that's the way I always tell my students to find out the independent character as far as equation with one variable is concerned. And after getting the independent character, always try to get and visualize that parameter as x. The other parameter can be found out very, very easily. What I shall do is, I shall solve one sum based on it, so it becomes very easy for you to understand. Let's see what the sum is all about. Equation with one variable, the sum is, the denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 5. If 2 is subtracted from both numerator and denominator, the value of the fraction obtained is half. I want to find out the original fraction. Students, right now I said that I always look out for independent parameter One is in the conceptual sense where we understand the language, and second is by logical sense where we say after then whatsoever will come will be the independent parameter. Let's read the sense and get the answer in a logical sense. Denominator of a fraction is greater than numerator. So you can see the two parameters being numerator and denominator. But after that what comes? Numerator. So what is an independent parameter? Numerator. So let we start the sum as answer. Let the numerator of certain fraction be x. Let the numerator of certain fraction be x. Having said that, now let's find out the denominator. Therefore, the denominator is greater than its numerator by 5. So the denominator is going to be x plus 5, as the denominator is greater by 5 than the numerator. Therefore, what is the original fraction? The original fraction is fraction is always numerator or denominator, students. So numerator is x, the denominator is x plus 5. Mind you, our answer in the fraction problem is always the third line. This being the first line, this being the second, this is going to be the third line. So whenever we reach to the final answer, our answer has to be the third line of our answer. Right? Now, what further condition states? If 2 is subtracted from both numerator and denominator. So when 2 is subtracted from numerator and denominator, the new, I'm just writing a short form, numerator and denominator will be, the numerator is going to be, when I subtract 2 from the numerator, initially it was x, now I subtract 2 from it, so I shall get x minus 2. Denominator initially was x plus 5, I subtract 2 from it, so the denominator initially was x plus 5, but I need to subtract 2, so answer is x plus 3. Further the sum says that the fraction obtained is half. So we need to say as per given condition, the fraction is again numerator upon denominator, so it's x minus 2 upon x plus 3. The answer is half. Now what we need to do is we just go for cross multiplication. 2 goes over here, so 2 into x minus 2 is equals to 1 into x plus 3. 1 into x plus 3. Open the bracket. 2 into x, 2x. 2 into minus 2, minus 4 is equals to 1 into x is x. 1 into 3 is plus 3. Now what you do is we bring all the variables on one side and constants on the other side. In the process of doing so, 2x, when x gets shifted on this side, becomes minus, is equals to 3. Minus 4 when goes over there becomes plus 4. So x is equals to 3 plus 4, 7. Our answer doesn't get over here. X is 7. We wanted x plus 5 as well. So I say x plus 5 is equals to 7 plus 5. Answer is 12. So what is the original fraction? The original fraction, as I stated earlier, should be the third line, and the third line is x upon x plus 5, x upon x plus 5. So what is the value of x we got? 7. And what is the value of x plus 5 we got? 12. So original fraction is 7 by 12. The original fraction is 7 by 12. Now students, I would like to cross check my answer. Whether my answer is correct or not. 7 by 12 is right or not. Let's put one of the condition and get the answer. If I subtract, as per the sum, 2 is subtracted from numerator and denominator. So if I subtract, now this is what we are looking out for, whether we are correct or not. We have already got the answer 7 by 12. Mind you, our sum is over. Now whatever I am saying is only for your cross check, whether you are getting right answer, whether you obtained a correct answer or not. Let's see what is the condition. 2 is subtracted from each numerator and denominator. So when I subtract 2 from numerator, that means 7 minus 2 becomes 5. 12 minus 2 becomes 10. So the answer would have been 5 by 10, and on cancellation the ratio would have got is 1 by 2. Again in the question it demands that the ratio so formed is 1 by 2, and I am getting 1 by 2, and that's the reason I can say whatever answer we have got is correct. So students, this is how we work out with equation with one variable. This is how we work out with equation with one variable. Thank you.